Hi guys, today I want to share how to be there for yourself, how to find the safety within in the times of stress and trauma. So in trauma, basically unconsciously, when we feel under tremendous stress and under tremendous panic, we tend to fight, freeze and flight. So these are the three main responses. And I want to say that these responses are completely unconscious and they're the way our biology functions, and we do not make a conscious choice on how are we going to react during times of stress. We just react. So in abnormal circumstances, we tend to react in a way that is abnormal maybe for our identities and the way we would usually function or expect ourselves to react. Sometimes we fight, we surprise ourselves, sometimes we freeze and we also surprise ourselves, but all of these reactions are normal. In abnormal circumstances, every reaction is normal. So this is what I really want you to know. Every reaction is normal, so you don't have to change yourself and fix yourself. What you can control is your post reaction to reaction, so to say, whether you will stay in that state or not. And you can do it by activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which means you can do it by finding refuge inside of you, finding the place inside of you where all is well, finding a place inside of you that can never be broken, that can never be diminished, and that can never be taken dignity away from. The place inside of you where you are forever well. And you can do it by first allowing to feel whatever it is that you feel, and to move, to shake, to allow your body to express whatever it is that you feel. But this can also be tricky because sometimes when we tend to express, we tend to reactivate traumatic, panic, hyperventilating emotions and states. So the first thing that is important to do is to find that safe space and to be there for yourself as a mother would be there for a child, to protect yourself and to hold yourself. And you can do it by gently swaying from left to right, taking deep breaths and allowing, saying to yourself, it's okay, everything that you feel. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to fight if you don't feel that. You don't need to feel fear if you don't feel that. But if you feel fear, everything is okay with whatever is happening inside of you. Be there for yourself. And even if you can't be there for yourself, just noticing that is actually also being there for yourself. I am okay with everything that is happening inside of me. And I accept myself with everything that is happening inside of me. And finding safe space can also mean to find safe ground in your body, in earth. There are some grounding exercises that I have shared that I can also send you a link down here, and some moving embodiment practices that I can also link you down, which can maybe be resourceful. But I would just recommend gentle touch, also coming back into the now moment. You can do it by touch, you can do it by your vision, you can see, you can also name what are the 5 objects that I see, what are the 4 objects that I can touch. You can literally touch something. And what do I smell? What are the 3 things that I can hear right now? And breathe and just come back into the now moment. You can also hug yourself. Breathe and hug yourself. You can also hug somebody else. You can also hug a pillow if there is nobody to hug in the moment. Just breathe and be and come back into the now moment, into the now where everything is okay inside of you. And whatever happens in the next moment is not important, because now you are safe and you are okay. Now, I am a child who has gone through war because I'm from Croatia. However, I have not been in the area which has suffered the most destruction. So in a way, I don't have a personal trauma. However, I was in a state where war was happening, and I was in bunkers. I remember that. And even though I was feeling trauma, and I remember the collective fear there was in the field, I also remember my mother gently cuddling me on my head, on my hair. And I remember in this moment, sometimes of this deep fear, without knowing what the next moment is going to bring, I remember being able to feel safe with her, with myself, within. And that moments of safety brought me comfort, brought me regulation, brought me safety. And also that brought me something more importantly, to know that at the same time I can feel fear, I can feel trauma, I can be surrounded by trauma, and I can also feel safe, grounded, and nourished. Now, I am not saying that in the moments where there is danger, where there is maybe time for action, that you have to feel safe. But in the next moment, in the now moment, if there is not a bomb falling on your head, you can feel safe. And from that safety, you can activate your energies, you can activate yourself, and you can feel compassion, and you can say, enough. This is not what I want to witness. But it's important to be there for yourself and take care of yourself. So that's why I would like to finish with just a couple of minutes of self-nourishment. So what we will do today, we will just take deep breaths, hug ourselves, and sway from one side to another. Also make sure that your feet are touching the ground as you sit. Hug yourself. Take a deep breath and let's just sway from one side to another. Take deep breaths. And if at any moment you feel that some emotions start rising, just breathe and hug yourself, nourish yourself and soothe yourself even more. Breathe deeply and go from one side to another. You can also put your hands on your heart. Be curious, find what does your body really need right now. And as you sway from one side to another, really explore. Maybe you can put your hands on your knees, on your belly, your elbows. Notice what would suit you right now the most. And go from one side to another. And follow your impulse. If you feel like you maybe want to start shaking, do that. If you feel like you're drifting into sleep, do that. Breathe. If your mind starts wandering, just come back into the sensations you feel in your body. And say to yourself, I am well. I am well. And see if you can receive these words. I am well. I am well. Whatever happens, I am well. Let this moment, this space of I am well, be the guiding force, be the nourishment, the refuge, the sanctuary. I am well. Breathe in and still sway from one side to another. I am well. Allow your muscles to feel it. I am well. And again, you can gently touch yourself, soothe yourself, squeeze yourself. I am well. I am here. I am here. I am here. Allow this moment of I'm here to start gently expanding. Imagine as if there is a spark of light always inside of you, expanding, shining, existing. Don't have to do it. It's here. It's here. It just is. In the simplicity of existence. Feel the ground beneath your feet supporting you. I am well. I am light. thank yourself. And I thank you, and please write to me whether this was resourceful, or whether you are interested in receiving content similar to this one. And until our next videos, I am well. You are well. All is well.